for this edition of SCW Rewind, recapping our show in September. Here's what you missed. Be sure to like us, subscribe, and share South Central Wrestling on Facebook and YouTube. This is SCW Rewind. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our opening contest here at SCW Fight Night in Mountain Pine, Arkansas. Be sure to like us, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Starting off this opening contest with Sebastion Envi versus Grayson Gunner. Let's throw it to Antonio in the ring for those announcements. Antonio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for 30 minutes and one fall. Introducing first, in the red corner, he hails from Washington, D.C., standing 5 foot 5 inches, 180 pounds, the strong style cinephile, Sebastion Envi! And his opponent in the blue corner, he hails from Little Rock, Arkansas, stands 5 foot 7, 201 pounds, the Super Nut, Grayson Beckett! Your referee is Brian.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're now starting off and kicking off our opening contest here. Sebastion Envi in the blue attire there. Gunner Grayson in the black. Gunner Grayson now feeling, getting pumped up and getting this crowd pumped up here at the SCW Arena in Mountain Pine, Arkansas. We welcome you to our opening contest in our September Fight Night. Grayson pandering to the crowd there, feeling and getting some of that energy starting to feed off of it as he starts to size up Envi. Now they come together and tie up in the middle. Checking the power there now as Envi turns in, grabs that shoulder and arm, twists it, and starts to take control of the match now. Grayson able to roll out of it and kick back up. Reverses on Envi. Now Envi, feeling as Grayson shows his power. Envi now trying to break that hold on that twisted arm. See if he has the strength to do it as he ducks under Grayson. Reverses it back with that arm behind Grayson now. Now into the headlock there. Envi now setting up, bringing Grayson down to one leg. Grayson now trying to, so as he pulls Envi over, rolls him up into a pin, gets a 1 count very quick. Envi rolls out of the ring to regain his composure. Grayson showing he's very confident and not going anywhere, fully charged and ready to go. Envi grabbing a quick breath here, perhaps re-strategizing exactly how he's going to go against Gunner Grayson here. Referee Brian now there beginning to count on Envi. Envi now goes to duck in under the rope, breaks that count, and has to restart it. Envi buying himself some time on the outside there, perhaps giving an opportunity to Grayson to cool off a little bit from all that energy. Grayson now starting to argue with the referee as referee Brian now again begins the count on Envi. Envi making a slow entrance back into the ring there to the count of 3. Obviously not going to let the count out happen as he climbs back in, and maybe we'll see a start to the action here. Both men now circling around the ring. Grayson now charging up the crowd here at SCW in Mountain Pine. Goes for the tie-up. Envi ducks underneath him. Ties him up from behind. Grayson with a quick reversal. Goes to lift him up for a suplex. Able to get him down. Envi again rolls outside. Stopping Grayson from being able to start to gain any momentum there. Envi using that veteran instinct as he takes a break and sits down with the crowd here outside of the ring. A slow start to this one as Envi trying to dictate the pace here. Grayson charged and ready to go, just looking to get his hands on Envi. Envi now making his way back up the steps and into the ring. Referee Brian encouraged him to come back in as the count starts back at 1 again. Envi taking his time and not in a quick hurry to get back in to the action here. Envi now gets his way back in, makes his way back in now. Grayson starting to circle as they go and tie up in the middle again. Envi with that kick right to the midsection of Grayson. Now goes for a kick. Grayson able to duck it, tries to lift up Envi, gets him off the ground. Envi kicking there, trying to still hold it. Goes and runs towards the rope to break the hold. Catches Grayson right in the throat there with the rope, and then a boot to the face of Grayson. Now Grayson into the corner. Envi starting to gain some momentum and gain control as he delivers those shoulders to the midsection of Grayson in the corner. Envi now sets up Grayson for the whip. Grayson able to reverse it and takes him down into that headlock. Grayson now back in control. Has a headlock locked in well, fingers locked. Envi able to reverse it into a scissor lock and get those legs wrapped around the neck of Grayson. Now Grayson flips over, regain the momentum here. Oh, but still locked into it. Able to get out of it. And a forearm right across the chest of Envi. Goes for the pin, only a 1 count. Envi still got a lot left in the tank. It's going to take a lot more than that to put away Envi. Now Grayson there with those shots right across the temple of Envi, sending him into the top corner turnbuckle there. Grayson now starting to feel some momentum here with a nice uppercut in the corner. Now delivering those shots to the midsection and across the chest. Sets up in the corner, Grayson. Grayson now with a drop kick right into the corner, landing square right into the sternum of Envi. Rolls him out of the corner into a pin. This time able to get a 2 count against Envi. Grayson thought he had him put away there with the 3, but only a 2. Referee Brian confirms. Grayson now sets it up. Oh, Envi with those quick shots right into the throat of Grayson and a headbutt. Sends Grayson reeling into the corner. Now choking him in the corner there. Referee Brian starting that count, breaks him up at the count of 4. Envi arguing with the referee, telling him to shut his mouth as he goes back into the corner to continue the assault on Grayson, now with that boot right across the throat of Grayson. Grayson trying to grab his breath here for a minute as Envi argues with referee Brian. Envi now out. Those shots to the midsection now, and those ribs coming from Grayson. Now across the temple, starting to gain some momentum, but Envi stops him with those knees right into the chest, right into the stomach of Grayson. Envi whips Grayson across, back into the other corner. You hear him hit hard there. That's the power Envi shows. Starting to show that power and how he can control this match now with those forearms right across the jaw of Gunnar Grayson. Envi now sets up in the far corner, gets that running start. Oh! And rolls right into him in the corner there. And again, oh, with those knees right across the chin of Grayson. Now goes to pull him out. Grayson goes for a clothesline there. And an Olympic slam by Envi to counter. Now Envi rolls up Grayson for the pin. Gets a 2 as Gunnar able to kick out there with ease. Gunnar, though, showing some signs of feeling the onslaught of attacks there from Envi. Envi now back into the corner with Grayson, well in control of this matchup. What's Envi getting here as he looks into the corner there? Starts to grab something, but puts it down. Now gets that running start. Oh! And runs right into that top turnbuckle as Grayson able to counter it, telegraph it. Grayson now pushes him off. Oh! With a nice takedown there, snap takedown against Grayson. And that kick right across the back of Grayson now. Envi always seeming to be one step ahead. Sitting on Grayson now for the kick, for the pin, gets a 2 count. Grayson able to roll him up, gets a 2 count also. Envi rolls out of it, goes for that sweep kick, that roundhouse right across the chest, right across the head of Grayson. Grayson able to reverse it. Rolls him up for a pin and then reverses it with a knee. Goes for the pin against Envi, only able to get a 2 count there. Both men now with a nice trade-off. Grayson now in control with that falling knee right across the chest of Envi. Envi able to kick out at 2. Grayson now picking Envi up. Envi goes with the rake across the eyes there to cause a break in the action and try and buy himself some time, arguing with the official Brian again exactly about that eye rake. Now bouncing the head of Grayson right off the top turnbuckle, goes for the first one. Now off that middle turnbuckle is the second one. Grayson showing some signs of wear here. Where's he going now? Envi goes and throws him into that bottom turnbuckle of the corner head first. Grayson bouncing off of it as he lands there in the corner now. Envi back on the attack with those kicks right across the chest, those stomps right across the chest of Grayson. Grayson now having to use that top rope there to try and pull himself back into the action here, obviously feeling the onslaught of continuous attacks against Envi, which also allows Envi to catch a breath and also stay charged now. Envi setting him up here, pulls him out of the corner. Oh, Grayson able to reverse it with a roundhouse forearm. Envi answers right back with another one right across the jaw, sends Grayson reeling. Those kicks now as they're both matching. Double clothesline takes both men down. Oh! Envi able to land with his arm across the chest there of Grayson. Gets a 2 count on Grayson. Grayson able to kick out of it. Still both men down as Brian begins the count. We'll see which of these 2 competitors can get to their feet first. Both of them at one knee. Oh, now trading shots there with the forearms and the shots right across the face and temple. Grayson against Envi. Envi against Grayson. Envi grabs and pushes Grayson off, goes for the clothesline. Grayson able to duck underneath it and gets those knees right to the midsection. Goes, rolls him up for the pin now. Grayson gets a 2 count. 2.5. Pulls Envi back up. Not quite sure what he's thinking here. Looks like he's setting him up for a possible submission. Almost in that half crab there with the arm now locked. Focusing on that arm. Envi able to get out of it. Pushes Grayson off. Grayson reels into the corner there. Envi now back on the attack. Whips Grayson across. Back into the other corner. You can hear him bouncing off of it. Into the spine buster there. Goes for the pin. Gets a 2.5 count. Grayson now showing frustration, trying to build some energy here and get the SCW crowd behind him as they come alive. Envi now gets him in that headlock. That flip there in the bridge, goes for the pin. 2.5. Envi able to kick out of it. Beautiful bridge there by Grayson as he tries to put Envi away. Envi now with those kicks across the face of Grayson. Now with that tie up. Got those shoulders locked up, rolls over and gets him into that submission. Almost a modified. Oh, and he taps out. Your winner by submission, Sebastion Envi, as he puts Grayson
and
away.
your winner by submission, Sebastion Envi!
And ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is featuring singles competition between the Warhawk Kirk Castle as he faces off against Adam Shepard. Let's go ahead and send it to Antonio for those announcements. Antonio?
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is a 30-minute time limit and scheduled for one fall. Introducing first in the red corner, he hails from the steppes of Valhalla, standing 6'3", weighing 235 pounds, the Warhawk, Kirk Castle. And his opponent, standing in the blue corner, hailing from Fresno, California, he stands 6'2", weighs 245 pounds, the dazzling Adam Shepard. Your referee is Brian.
And again, we thank Antonio for those announcements there as we kick off our second match of the night. Warhawk Kirk Castle now climbing up there and pandering to the crowd here at SCW. Adam Shepard here going to show them how it's done, and the crowd, of course, showing their love for their favorite, the dazzling Adam Shepard. Oh, Warhawk not liking that too much as he comes right out of the corner on fire with a clothesline against Shepard. Now just stomping on the back. That double axe handle across the back. And Shepard now pulling Shepard up with that uppercut, sends Shepard reeling off the ropes there. Warhawk now whipping Shepard across, goes for the clothesline, takes Shepard down hard. Warhawk coming out of the start of this match on fire. Now sets him up, Irish whip across the ring there. Shepard goes to duck, trips up Warhawk. Warhawk frustrated with that, goes for a clothesline. Shepard able to duck it, now picks him up. Side drop slam by Shepard, rolls him up for the pin and hooks the leg, only a 1 count. Warhawk quick to kick out of it, but looks like he's feeling that a little bit. Oh, Shepard with a kick, drop kick, sends Warhawk to the outside. Warhawk now going to take a minute to regain his composure there, showing some signs of hitting that elbow on his way out. Shepard now quick to climb up to the top. What's he thinking here? Oh, goes for the dive with the double axe handle, landing right on the head of Warhawk as the action spills to the outside early on in this matchup. Shepard feeling very confident. Warhawk trying to gain some space here. Shepard with that chop on the outside right across the chest of Warhawk. Now with those shots across the back, Warhawk with those shots to the kidneys of Shepard enters back with a chop himself. Now Shepard on the receiving end, Warhawk. Flannel possum now bounces Shepard's head right off the side of that apron. Shoves him down. Warhawk climbs back inside to break the count against himself. As official Brian begins the count against Shepard on the outside there. Shepard trying to pull himself back up, gets back on his feet now, trying to readjust and regain his composure. Climbs back in. Warhawk quick to attack with that drop. That elbow drop right onto the head, but Shepard able to telegraph it. Climbs out of the ring, gets back in and delivers that clothesline. Another one right across Warhawk. Warhawk sets him up for one. Shepard able to pick him up. Warhawk though able to maneuver his way right off the back shoulders now. Warhawk off the ropes and off the other side. Oh, and with a spear against Shepard. Landing square right across the ribs of Shepard. Warhawk now goes for the pin there lightly. Gets two and then picks up Shepard's head to break the count. Warhawk not done here now as he starts to focus on the wrist and arm there of Shepard. Picks him up and gets a handful of hair there now. Lets go of the wrist. Now Castle toying with Shepard here. He's kind of shoving him. Oh, Shepard there with an elbow right into the midsection. But Warhawk quick to put him back down with those shots right across the back shoulders of Shepard. Warhawk now setting him up for a suplex here, pulls it off. Now rolls him up for the pin, gets 2. And at 2 3/4, picks Shepard up again to break the count. Now has that headlock locked in there, well in control. Shepard sitting down. Castle with the kneecap in the one leg, starting to choke him out as the referee calls for him to break it up now. Gets to the count of 4, the ref trying to separate. Warhawk saying he can have the lock, but he can't be choking him. Warhawk with that boot right across the back of the head of Shepard. As he drags him across the ropes there. Official Brian getting to the count of 4 before Warhawk breaks that hold again as he was dragging as he was dragging Shepard across the ropes. Now Warhawk with those hard shots right into the belly of Shepard. Warhawk there setting up for a clothesline against Shepard. Shepard able to duck out of the way. Now trying to gain some momentum as he lands those shots and locks up the arm of Warhawk. Warhawk there now trying to gain those shots across the back and into the kidneys of Shepard. Shepard with a single arm takedown now gains control as he sets him up here, trying to lock in that armbar submission possibly. Warhawk quick to get back to his feet. Reverses that armbar on Shepard, locks the wrist there now. As he focuses and delivers that hard shot again right into the kidneys of dazzling Adam Shepard. With that double axe handle across the shoulders of Shepard. Warhawk setting Shepard up in the corner as he begins stomping away on him now. Adding some pressure to that. And just stomping and putting pressure right onto that sternum of Shepard. Trying to break him in the corner there. Shepard looking like he's out of it now. Oh, as he moves it up across his neck. Choking him down and using the rope for leverage. Referee reaching his count there of 5, trying to get Warhawk to break that. And your winner for this via disqualification, Adam Shepard. But Warhawk not done with Shepard yet. Official Brian now calling for the bell to be rung again as this match has been over. Shepard, your winner by disqualification. But Warhawk, possibly breaking the sternum of Shepard with that there. Warhawk.
And your winner via disqualification, Adam Shepard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now set up for singles competition featuring Curtis Dawn as he faces off against Tyler Knight. Let's throw it on up to Antonio in the ring for those announcements. Antonio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is brought to you by Aztec Warrior Training. Has a 30-minute time limit and is set for one fall. Introducing first in the blue corner. He hails from the RBC, stands 6 foot even, and weighs 265 pounds. The Top Cat, Curtis Dawn! And his opponent standing in the red corner, hailing from Forest City, Arkansas, he stands 5 foot 11, weighs 230 pounds. With Hayden Rose, it is Tyler Knight. Your official for this match is Brian.
And now that the opening announcements are taken care of, both competitors, as official Brian gets them to meet in the middle. And we get ready to kick off our next singles competition. The SCW crowd here in Mountain Pine showing their love and support for Top Cat Curtis Dawn already. Tyler Knight with a hard slap right across the face of Dawn. Dawn now stepping back to the corner, and we have the sign from the official Brian to go ahead and get this match underway. Dawn, you hear, or Knight, you hear saying to Dawn, "How did that taste?" Dawn saying it didn't hurt, but then showing otherwise. Both men sizing each other up now as they meet in the middle and go to tie up. Knight now quick with the single arm takedown, sends Dawn reeling. Dawn looks a little bit surprised there in the corner as he lands. Tyler Knight back up, standing confident, showing he's not afraid of Dawn. Starting to size each other up, tie up again in the corner. Tyler Knight again with a hard toss across the ring, showing his strength early on in this matchup. Dawn a little slow to get up from that one. Perhaps Dawn underestimated the strength of Tyler Knight here. Again, Hayden Rose on the outside there, again tying up in the middle here. Dawn goes with the pickup, nice body slam, slamming Dawn down there. Now Tyler Knight with a little bit of trash talk in there against the Top Cat. Hayden on the outside, smiling, very happy with Tyler Knight's performance so far. Dawn telling Tyler to bring it on. They're both set to lock up again in the middle. Oh, Dawn now with the single arm takedown, now starting to gain some speed here as he goes with a nice suplex there against Knight. Now with that single arm hip toss. And now with those shots there, Dawn starting to find some momentum and be able to string together a nice combo here. Oh, and that high knee catching Knight right across the chin in the corner. Now again, Dawn off the ropes. Oh, Hayden Rose there grabbing the leg of Dawn. Giving Knight a chance there to set up. Oh, and a hard clothesline turns Dawn inside out. Give the credit to Hayden Rose there on the outside with the distraction now. Tyler Knight rolling up Dawn for the pin, only a 2 count. Is Dawn able to kick out of it? Tyler Knight quick to set him up into the headlock. He has it locked in there nicely. Fingers locked into Dawn, trying to figure out how to get out of it. Dawn now applying the, Knight applying the pressure against Dawn here, as Dawn may be fading out. Tyler Knight there well in control of this matchup, choking him out now, referee Brian. Dawn unable to answer the count of 2 checks there. Oh, but he gets to keep it up on the 3rd. Dawn now coming back. Not completely out. Starting to build some energy here as he tries to get back on one leg now, back on his feet. Stomps on the foot of Knight there, and again across the toes. Goes for a shot there across the knees, breaking the hold that Tyler Knight had on him. Now Dawn sends him in a clothesline down. Answers back with a second clothesline. Dawn trying to build some momentum with that reverse leg across the midsection of Tyler Knight. Now Dawn pulling Knight into the corner. Dawn setting up for what we've seen him do so many times before. Rose there now climbing up onto the turnbuckle. Getting the distraction of referee and the distraction of Dawn. Dawn not paying attention. Knight back to his feet as he pulls Dawn off those ropes. Bouncing his head off now, Dawn. Knight sets him up there with that slam as Knight now takes over control and stops the momentum that Dawn was able to build. Tyler Knight here now thinking high rent district as he climbs up to the top rope. Dawn laying in the middle of the ring. What are we going to see here? Knight with the falling headbutt right into the sternum of the top cat, Curtis Dawn. Dawn catching every bit of that. Knight now rolls him over close to those ropes there, lifts the leg for the pin. 1, 2, Dawn able to have the knowledge of where he is to get the foot up on the rope there and cause the rope break for the count at 2. Knight thought he had him. Didn't see that he was able to break the count with that rope break, getting his leg up on that bottom rope. Knight now back in control. Setting up, Top Cat, can he do it? It gets him over with the slam now, rolls him up for the pin. Square in the ring, 2.5. That's Top Cat Curtis Dawn. Able to get that shoulder up. Oh, and now Knight with that leg and shin right across the arm, cutting off the oxygen supply to Dawn there. As Alex always says, without oxygen, you can't fight. And Knight certainly using that to his advantage in this matchup. Oh, and now just toying with Dawn as he lightly kicks him back down onto the mat with that kick right across the throat of Dawn. Tyler Knight here showing the crowd their favorite Top Cat Curtis Dawn. And now he's well in control. Oh, Dawn playing a little possum with a hard uppercut landing square on the chin of Knight, sending him reeling into that corner, giving Dawn an opportunity here now to catch his breath. A much needed break now, Dawn. You hear that kick right to the midsection. Oh! And that reverse kick right across the jaw of Tyler Knight. Dawn now setting him up for that slam. And a hard slam for Knight as Dawn falls down into the cover. 2 count, but Tyler Knight able to get the shoulder up at 2 3/4. Dawn thought he had him there. Checking with the referee, thinking it was a 3, but only a 2 count. Dawn obviously showing signs here of feeling the effects of this matchup. Picks Tyler Knight up and backs him up into the corner there. Now an Irish whip right across Dawn, setting up. Oh, going for those forearms into the corner, but Knight able to telegraph it and duck out of the way. Dawn now setting up. Sliced bread on Tyler Knight. Can he capitalize on it though? Goes to set him up for it again. The split drive. Now all he has to do is capitalize on it.
Come on, buddy!
Carl Mayhem coming out here now. Carl Mayhem has been a thorn in the side of Curtis Dawn.
You shut up! Come on, buddy, you can do it! You
Curtis
can do
Dawn,
it!
part of that SCW team as we saw it last
Come on, buddy!
here.
Get him! Get him, buddy! Come on, buddy! Come on, buddy, you better get
Mayhem,
up.
the talent agency, able to distract the
No,
referee,
no.
but not able enough again. Slice bread number 2.
Come on, man.
Tyler Knight.
I handed you the match.
1, 2, 3. Top
I handed you
Curtis Dawn gets the win, able to avoid the distraction.
And your winner via pinfall, the Top Cat, Curtis Dawn.
A well-fought matchup.